Hi guys, Jenny Clark here, Senior Gold Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. And the purpose of my video today is just to address some issues for our brand new ambassadors. And so a lot of you say, okay, I'm so excited, I'm a Plexus ambassador. Now what? Okay, well, you know what? We're going to give you 12 tips here for success. And I'm going to try to fly through these pretty quickly so that you get a good idea of the things that you could do for success, but at the same time it won't take like an hour out of your day. So the first thing we're going to advise you to do is start sharing from day one. And this is the biggest mistake that a lot of us make, me included. I did the same thing. And so what I wanted to do was wait until I had my own story before I told anybody about Plexus. And that was a huge mistake. I was a huge skeptic in the beginning, so I will say that, you know, I can understand where people are coming from when they say that. I was a big skeptic, and I figured there's no way this is going to work, and if it did, maybe then I might share it. But I really just wanted the products cheap, and figured I'd shut it off when it didn't work. So, but what I found was that the products did work, and they were amazing, and they completely changed my entire life and the lives of my family members. And I wish like crazy that I would have started sharing from day one. And so here's what you want to do when you start sharing from day one. Obviously, you're not going to have your own story yet if you haven't had your products yet. So from day one, you're just going to say this. Hey guys, I'm super excited to be starting Plexus. I'm a brand new ambassador, and I can't wait to get my life back and get my health back on track. And leave it at that. What that triggers is for people that they're going to start watching your journey. They're like, Plexus, oh, I've heard of that stuff. Or Plexus, what is that? And so it's going to gain interest. It's going to plant that seed, and people are going to begin watching your journey. And as you go, you know, the next day, you want to post again. You'd be like, oh, I can't wait to get my products because I'm seeing all these amazing testimonies of these people getting their health back, and I just cannot wait until I've got my own journey. And so that's just what you want to do. You want to start posting from day one, and you're going to want to post little things. So when you do get your products, post a picture of them. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. My Plexus shipment came today. Post a picture of them. People are watching. People are watching your journey. You're not going to turn people off. They're going to watch your journey with you as long as you're posting about your own personal family stuff during the day as well. You don't want to only spew Plexus. You want to make sure that you're balancing it out with personal posts. And just continue that, you know, as you go on. Okay, the first day I drank my Plexus, it tasted pretty good. I mean, definitely good stuff. You know, I didn't like dry heave over the texture or anything like that. So things like that you can post, and it catches people's attention. And then just as you go, you know, oh my gosh, I cannot believe the energy I had from day one. My goodness, this is amazing, and it's natural. It's not caffeinated or stimulant energy. That's amazing. I didn't need my Monster today. I didn't need my pop. I didn't need a half a pot of coffee this morning to get going. So there's lots of different things that you can do to get started whenever you first start posting from day one. These are going to gain interest, like I said, and people are going to want to watch your journey from day one. They don't want to watch your journey as you start 2 months in. They want to see what it was from the very beginning and watch you all the way through. Another thing that you need to do is be in mind of your resources. And so what we want you to do is take a look at your back office. Now, this can be scary for a lot of people because some of us aren't necessarily the most gifted technologically. Okay, so I just want you to know that playing in your back office, you're not going to ruin anything. You're not going to hurt anything. So you just need to go in there, play around, and spend some time in there and figure out what the different features are. Now, I want you to realize that when you first start out playing in your back office, that you're going to find some of the links in there are dead links, because those are things that the company is planning to add and features that the company is planning to add in the very near future. And so if you click them, they may not work right now, but in another month or two, it may be an awesome feature that we can use as a tool as we build our businesses. So I want you to be aware of that. And if you are like technologically stupid like I am, please don't worry about it. Go in there, play around, and get to know the back office. Click the links, see what each of them take you to. It doesn't do anything but take a few minutes of time, and I'm telling you, you're not going to screw anything up. So that's the best part about it. You can't mess it up. The next thing that I want you to think about doing is printing off the compensation plan and just, read through it. And we also just recently posted a video. So if you subscribe to my YouTube channel or look at my other YouTube videos, you're going to see in there that we have a video in there that really details the compensation plan. Holy crap, we get paid 11 ways. I mean, seriously, that is something to get excited about. So let's find out about it. Let's learn how you get paid. A lot of people join in that first month, they add 1 or 2 customers, and then they get that commission the next month, and they're like, where did this come from? Can this even be legal? What did I do? I don't remember doing anything. So it's really good to know where that commission's coming from and why you're getting it. So it's a really good idea just to check that out. It's going to make you passionate, and it's going to build belief, and it's going to make you realize that, oh, this income really is real. Trust me, my bank account tells me it's real, and yours will too. The next thing that you want to do is get involved in group pages. And so each of us have our own little groups that are leaders, that have a certain amount of team members. We have our own Facebook groups. Plug into those groups. Take a look at the files and folders that are on there. There's lots of great educational information in there, and it's something that you really want to take advantage of and use. We also have monthly giveaways in most of these groups, and so it's an amazing way to really, just get rewarded for the hard work that you guys are all doing. And so you want to make sure that you're paying attention, you know what these giveaways are, and it's something to get you really excited and keep you motivated. A really great one is, obviously, there's mine, and then there's Bree's, and then, we have upline ones going as well. Rockthepink.com is a huge resource to you. Every Monday, they have live training calls, which are flipping phenomenal. I mean, they're absolutely phenomenal. So they have live training calls every Monday night. It's something that you want to take a look at. And also they have all kinds of information and, just lots and lots of files for you to go in and take a look at for you to learn as you go. So that's definitely something that you want to take a look at. And again, that's rockthepink.com. You also want to try to make sure that you have been added to the Plexus Journeys page. If you haven't been added to that page yet, make sure that you ask your sponsor to add you to Plexus Journeys. And this page is incredible. It's an ambassador only page, and it just has the biggest amount of testimonies that you could possibly imagine. So if, you've got your grandma and she's suffering from, Crohn's disease, and you want to know how you could help her or how the products could help her, oftentimes you're just going to go in there, up in the little search bar at the top, you're going to click Crohn's, or you're going to type in Crohn's and hit search, and it's going to find you lots of testimonies, and it's also going to tell you what products people are using in order to get results. You can do the same for like rheumatoid arthritis, Lyme disease, and things like that. So it's awesome. It's a huge resource to you. Make sure that you're using it. You also want to think about getting a hold of some marketing materials. So, a lot of times what happens is we start Plexus, we start seeing results. Somebody walks up to you and they say, my gosh, you're looking great. What is it that you're doing? And then you tell them, well, I'm doing Plexus. And then they're like, okay, what's Plexus? And so you give them a little bit of information, and you want to follow up with them later. And, wait a minute, I don't have any business cards. Or, they ask you do you have a brochure? I mean, I get that all the time. Like, the brochure has been my number one most used tool as far as marketing materials go. I don't have any brochures yet, but I can send you to my website. You know what? I'm going to tell you, nobody wants to just go to your website. These brand new people, they want to hear how amazing the products are, and they want something that they can skim over quickly. It's physical, and it's in front of them, and they can pull it out and refer back to it and say, okay, these are the products that I'm interested in, and then they can ask you more questions about those products. If they have to go to your website and start fishing around and they know nothing at all about Plexus, they're not going to do it because people are lazy. I mean, let's just face it, I would have been the same person. Until I got started and I had a little bit of belief and passion in me. I didn't start digging a whole lot. Once I realized how helpful these products were, oh my gosh, I was the queen of research. So, just know that research, that's what I did. But brand new people that don't know anything about Plexus, they don't want to do that. They don't want to take the time to do that. I mean, we've all got busy lives. So, just keep in mind that those marketing materials are huge and important. You don't want to have to take somebody's hand and write your website on their hand. That doesn't work. That's not good marketing. So you want to make sure that you're not doing things like that. And it's going to leave a bad impression. Yeah, so you want to leave your best foot forward. So make sure that you look into getting some marketing materials. There's great materials available on Etsy, and there's also great materials that are available in our back office that you can order. Another thing that you're going to want to plug into is team trainings. And so obviously I'm posting trainings all the time as I get a chance to do them. But there's also lots and lots of team trainings that you can participate in and you can look at. On Rock the Pink, you're going to have Rock the Pink Live. And like I said, that's a training call. I mentioned it earlier. That's on every Monday night at 9 p.m. It's live. It's amazing. And I'm telling you, every single week, I look forward to it. I have not missed a week since I started selling Plexus. And so if you guys want to know about passion and growth and belief in the products, plug in to these trainings. I mean, they're amazing. We are hosting Zoom calls on Sunday nights, and we're going to get more and more of those and get in the habit of them here soon as we go. But Bree and I are working on those as well. So plug into those Zoom training calls. My goodness, they're amazing. And later we record those calls and we make sure that we post them up on the group or up on our Facebook page or YouTube page. I'm sorry. And we try to put them in our Facebook group so that you guys can plug in and take a look at those in case you missed them. But definitely hang out right in the Zoom call because we have Q&A sessions afterwards. So after we stop recording, you guys can ask us questions. And that's a great way to get your questions answered right there on the spot so you don't think about questions later and go, oh, well, this isn't live anymore, so I can't ask. Another thing is YouTube training. My goodness, there are so many videos on YouTube. So you want to look up diamonds, sapphires, emeralds, and people like that are posting trainings. And you just want to search. Okay, just get on YouTube and search Plexus. Plexus new ambassador. Plexus how to hit silver. Plexus, how to troubleshoot. Plexus products, Plexus products information, you just keep going and you can find all kinds of different things that can answer your questions with those YouTube training calls that other people have done. And the best part about those is, this is me, I'm still very, very hungry. I pull as much as I can from training calls, and that's something that I can forward to you. But each person that you watch their training, they're going to have a little bit of a different take on things and different issues and how to get past them. And so, it's very valuable for you to look at how does this person say we should get silver and how does that person say we should get to silver. And you're going to get lots of different suggestions and different takes on things that are going to work and move you forward. So not everybody does it the same way, and not every way, I can't say that my way is the only way and it's the only right way to get things done. You want to make sure that you're open to learning from lots of different people. The next thing you want to come up with is your 20-second story. And this is amazing because a 20-second story is what you're going to get whenever you bump into somebody and they ask you what Plexus is. You want to be so careful that you're not spewing passionate Plexus vomit all over people. And that's something that I did in the beginning. And I've really worked to cut back on, but you want to get them curious and you want to get them asking more questions so that you can engage each other and really listen to them and, figure out what they need. So that 20-second story is going to be like something like this. I work with Plexus. It's a health and wellness company featuring natural wellness products. And seriously, it is helping people change their lives. Boop, that's it. Done. They're going to go, okay, well, tell me more. And from there, that's when you build. So you want to make sure that you have that real quick story going because that way you can move forward and keep a connection going with them. Okay. So super, super important. Now, in the beginning, your 20-second story is probably going to be different than it is later. Okay. So you want to, in the beginning, you're going to say, it's really helped change my friend Jenny's life or my friend Bree's life. And here's how. And I love it. You want to keep it short. You want to tell people how it's helped somebody. And then you kind of want to just let the conversation go from there. You want to build the relationship. You want to work on, keeping that line of communication open and going. So you ask them questions, and and they'll ask you questions. And it's a great back and forth exchange that you're going to have in order to educate them. But that 20-second thing to start off with is huge. I cannot, as soon as you spew that Plexus all over somebody, they're turned off and they're like, nope, I'm out. Okay. So it's our first reaction to give them all our passion, give them all the information we have right off the bat. No, you let them guide it. You let them guide the conversation, and you just pipe in with little bits to keep the conversation going. So that 20-second story is huge, because that way a half an hour later, they're not going, I'm completely glazed over and not listening to you anymore. And how the heck can I get out of this conversation? Because that is exactly what happens. Trust me, I've seen it. So, yep. Write one out, practice it a little bit, and just tell them why you love the products or why you're excited about starting the products, and then just drop it. Let them lead the conversation from there. Let them ask the questions and go from there. The next thing that I want to remind you guys is when you have questions that you need to use the chain of command, okay? I want you to understand that as our teams grow and get bigger, there's less and less time for us to do one-on-one and focus on each other. And so it's super duper important that if there's something that you can't figure out an answer to on your own, that you're following the chain of command. Because as our teams get huge and there's thousands of people, we're not going to have time to be able to answer everybody's question. And when I have 100 new messages in my message box every day, I'm not going to be able to get to everyone. It's not that, I'm trying to pick and choose who I contact or anything like that. It's just a matter of, I'm working 50, 60 hours a week at my regular job, and I'm working Plexus from the time I get home. There's just simply not enough hours in the day to give everybody all that individual attention every single time. So by chain of command, what I mean is this. You're going to want to figure out who your upline is. Okay, so obviously you know who your sponsor is. You know who you signed up under. That's going to be the person that you go to first when you have a question or an issue or a problem. You want to ask them about it first. If they can't find the answer, then we need to start moving upward. If they're not willing to get you the answer, then we need to start moving upward. So then you can go up from there, who's next above them, and then you can ask the questions upward. But you definitely need to start with your sponsor, and that's just to help those of us who have a large team be able to concentrate on getting everybody the training they need, and that way it's not taking away from what we're trying to give you and what we're trying to feed all of you. So just make sure that it's definitely not that we're trying to ignore anybody or miss anybody or anything like that. It's just that we really need you to start, using the chain of command when you have questions or issues. You need to be researching your own answers, and, before you even try that, start researching your own answers. Research is huge for me. I still am researching. I'm still learning every single day, and I'm still learning new things about our products. I'm changing how I thought about some of the products, and so this isn't something that you just stop learning. You learn everything and then you're good to go. It doesn't work that way. Keep in mind that my name is Jenny, and I am not Google, and above me is Bree. And guess what? Bree is not Google. So it's super important for you guys to be able to just search your own answers. If you need a graphic about something, go in and type ProBio 5 graphic. Pull up images. You're going to have all kinds of awesome images in there. And look up plexuspowertools.com. Oh my gosh, it's $10 a year, but let me tell you that they are the most up to date with compliance, and they have the most amazing tools and resources that you can use for images and things like that if you need to private message them to people. So it's worth every single penny, and it's definitely something that you want to think about and take a look at. The next thing that you want to do is make sure that you always have samples on hand. So whatever you go out in public, don't be like me. I screwed this up a few times. People asked can I, I'd like to be able to taste it or whatever. And I didn't have a Slim Stick in my purse. Come on. So learning lessons the hard way, and then trying to track that person down later to get a sample to them is a nightmare. So always have samples on you everywhere you go. You want to make sure that you do that. Don't keep them in your car because extreme temperatures can be hard on natural supplements. So you want to make sure that you're taking them with you and trying to keep them in a temperature controlled area. But, make sure that you always have them on you because you don't want to be that person caught going, I'll try to get you some as soon as I can. They're right there in front of you that day. Get them the sample, hand it over to them, tell them how to use it, and then follow up with them. Get their information so that you can do your follow-up because you have to follow up. Another thing that you need to do is just, look at the community. Make up a Frank's list. And Frank's list includes like friends, relatives, acquaintances, and, onward. But there's more about this in the welcome pack video that we did. So if you want to go through your welcome pack, but anybody receiving those brand new welcome packs, it outlines how to do a Frank's list. You want to make sure that you're doing that and you're reaching out to people in the community. You want to keep those relationships going, keep building new relationships all the time because eventually you're going to run out of people to contact, and you want to keep opening the doors, building relationships and meeting new people. Just get out and do things. Don't be a hermit. Don't just think that once you've exhausted those people in your, immediate circle that you're stuck, because that's not true at all. I mean, I'm constantly reaching out to people that I don't even know, and a lot of them join. And so you just want to make sure that you're continually building that list, keep adding names to it, and reach out to those people. You never know what they're suffering from, even if they're skinny. So, and there's another video on here already about prejudging people. That's also a really good one for you to take a look at, especially when you're making that Frank's list. But, those are the important things to get started. And once you get started and we get you a few people on your team, your products are going to be free. I mean, that is cool. Let me tell you, because I use a lot of products and my husband uses a lot of products and my kids use the products. And so, not having to worry about that coming out of our household budget and then actually having extra money to be able to pay off big bills and things like that is huge. So it's really important for you to make sure that you're, jumping in with both feet and start up on this list. It's going to bring you success and it's going to bring it to you quickly. Thanks.